Considered by most to be an underpowered round, the 32 ACP has been around for a while. Well, we're going to put this round to the test in today's video. You know, in a world where self-defense and EDC is dominated by the 45 and the 9mm, it's easy to see why the 32 might be considered to be underpowered by some. Is that just big bullet hype or a legitimate way of thinking? Let's find out. I think to answer that question, we got to take a step back. Now, this round was developed by the man himself, John Moses Browning, and it's been on the market since 1899. He designed it for Fabrique Nationale. Now, to say that this round was popular doesn't give it credit. Truth is, people love the 32. It was adopted by a couple dozen governments and numerous government agencies. It was so popular, that's what inspired the creators of James Bond to use the PPK as their gun of choice. It was even the gun that Hitler supposedly offed himself with. With all that being said, it is, and will be for a while, the record holder for the most guns chambered in a caliber. Now, that doesn't tell you anything except for, yeah, it was popular when it came out. But how does it hold up? Well, don't you worry your pretty little head about it, because I've set up a few tests, and we're going to see just how effective the 32 is. We're going to start out with a simple test. We're going to see how many soda cans a 32 caliber round will pierce. Now, the gun we're using is another John Browning design, the 1903 Colt Safety Hammerless. This is a great gun. If you're a shooter, if you're an old gun collector, you already know that. But how effective is the round? How many do you think it's going to get through? Let me know in the comments below. Because my targets are so low, I gotta get in a kneeling position to shoot. But we're about 8 to 10 feet away, which is a good self-defense distance. So let's see how many we can get through. I think it was more than 4. Okay, maybe I underestimated a little bit of how many cans it would go through. Now in total, I had 10 cans sitting up here. It went through 9, and it still had some pretty good speed on it through the 9th one. I think it veered off and missed the 10th. So he survived. I don't know how, but he survived. All right, let's move on to the next test. Okay, I've pulled 5 old 2x4s and a 2x6 out from the burn pile. We're going to see how many layers that this 32 round is going to get through. All right, let's check it out. Now, I gotta say, there is like no recoil in this gun. It's incredible. That makes for fast follow-up shots. So that might be one reason people loved it so much. Let's see what it did. Okay, through the first one, into the second one, up. It only made it through the first board. Now that's saying something, because this board is not quite, how you say, usable. So yeah, looks like it's buried in there. Yeah, I can see it. Now you probably can't see that on camera, but I can. So that didn't have a lot of penetration power when it came to that organic substance. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's move on to the next test. Okay, the next test, pretty simple. We're going to test brute force. We're going to try to get through the first layer of this cinder block. Now this is an older cinder block, so it's pretty damn thick. But we are going to try our best anyway to take a full magazine and get through this. Let's do it. Okay, we're loaded up. We're at a reasonable distance. Let's see if we can get through it. All right, that was all the rounds. Let's go check it out. Okay, it looks like a few of my rounds were low. But you can see here, where it did hit, it didn't go in very far. That's not even a 1/4 inch of penetration. Now down here on the edge, it did crumble the edge a little bit. But come here, check this out. There is the bullet. Flattened it out a little bit, but that is a full metal jacket. Oh, here's where one of the rounds hit. Yeah, a few of my rounds were low, like I said. See where it chipped off here? I don't see the bullet there anywhere. There's one here underneath this. So it penetrated this plywood a little bit, but not a whole lot. I mean, the bullet literally is right here. Yeah, I feel it with my finger. But anyway, okay, it looks like it penetrated about 6-7 inches. But look here, I said before that that bullet wasn't there, but it is. That's flattened out pretty good. It looks like it tumbled. The back of it's flattened out. The front of it's pretty good. I think that's where it just ricocheted off of this. It went into the wood here. So, you're not breaking through any walls, especially with my shooting. But there's another test I want to try that's really going to say it all. Let's do that. Okay, this fine USDA choice cut is going to be our stand-in bag guy. It's about, I'm going to say 3 inches thick. Somewhere around in there. 2.5, 3 inches thick. Now, our bag guy, let's call him Ricky. Ricky doesn't have a coat, and it is really cold here right now, so we're going to put a heavy jacket on Ricky, and we're going to see if we can get through the jacket and see if we can go all the way through this hunk of meat. Let's do that. Okay, we're about 10 feet away. We're going to see if we can stop Ricky with this round. I think we did. Yeah, check this out. We got some down feathers coming out right here. So it went in right here. Yep, all the way through the slit cut. Kept on trucking. Okay. Now, a coat and a hunk of meat is one thing. But what if Ricky's like everybody else in America? What if you got a cell phone in his pocket? Let's find out. Okay, Ricky's got a smartphone in his pocket. We're gonna step off 10 feet and we're gonna see if we can get through the smartphone and see if we can make it all the way through that hunk of meat. Forgot to drop my earmuff, but I hit the cell phone. Let's check it out. I hit the cell phone right here. Check this out. The bullet pulled the jacket through the meat, but it didn't make it all the way through. It stopped almost all the way through. We'll pull that bullet out here in a minute and take a look at it. That's crazy how it went through the cell phone and still pulled. Yeah, nice. Busted right through that cell phone. So it slowed it down enough so where it can catch those fibers and pull it through with it. If it was going faster, it would have just punched right through. So the cell phone did slow it down, but we're not done. See, Ricky here might have ribs, you know, like most people do. So we're going to take a piece of bone, set it in between the hunk of meat and the cell phone and the jacket. We're going to see if we can get through the cell phone and break through the rib bone to hit the vitals. Now I have the other half of that unicorn jawbone standing in for the ribs. Let's see if we can bust through it. All right, I hit the cell phone. Right here. Went through the jawbone, into the meat. It looks like it might have made it all the way through. Hold on, let me confirm this. Yeah, sure did. Made it all the way through. There's hunks of the bullet right there. Bits of bone. Look at here. The bullet went in right here. Now, that's strange. I'm not finding a bullet. But that's strange. Because with the first shot, which was down here, the fibers from the jacket slowed it down. The cell phone and the fibers from the jacket slowed it down. On the second shot, it went through the cell phone, but it doesn't seem like the fibers pulled it through the bullet hole in the jawbone. Because that's a decent bullet hole right there. But there weren't no fibers sticking inside of it. And when it went in, it kind of veered up after it hit that bone and went all the way through. That's interesting. Now, can I say definitively that this is a suitable self-defense round? Really, that's for you to decide. It's your life that's on the line. It's your choice of what you carry. And don't let any gun expert or YouTuber try to convince you otherwise. If you like a gun and you're comfortable with it, my philosophy is this: any gun is better than no gun. And that's a fact. Now, that's going to do it for this video. It was a fun video to make. I had a lot of fun shooting that 32. That 1903 is just a beautiful piece of machinery. John Moses Browning is the man when it comes to firearms design. I don't think there'll be another one like him. What did you think of the test? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you liked it. As always, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Give us some feedback. We like to hear about that. If you like these penetration tests, a friend of mine, Hootie Hoo, he's got a pretty big channel. He does a lot of these how many will it pass through tests, and he tests all kinds of calibers on there.
We have extreme penetrator rounds for both of these, the 458 and in the 4570. Let me see if I can.
Check him out down in the links below. And after my outro here, I'm going to leave a few cards for some other YouTubers that you might like. And I implore you to check them out. And it might be your cup of tea, it might not be. That being said, you stay safe and keep shooting, America. The TheTivanShow is a gaming channel, and he also does gun stuff. WeRunGuns is a great gun channel. You should check it out. ILoveShootingShit's a good friend of mine, and he does a lot of old World War II style guns. The 2A Activist is a great guy. I definitely recommend checking him out. Rawman is a commentary / gaming channel. Has a great sense of humor. Kentantino, another friend of mine, has a good gaming channel. Miss K does guns and games. Jesseb Outdoors does reviews and is an all-around good guy. Outdoors with Jimmy, well, the name pretty much speaks for itself. If YouTube news is your thing, then you want to check out Byrd News. And last but not least, check out IT Snippets for all your IT tutorials. Full beard manly.